when the colonizers came here, they brought plants, and they brought some of their extraterrestrial plants, and those plants weren't limited. Like, I don't know, like Gru. You know the movie. What is the movie? They were able to interface with the humans. Many of the first primitive humans were living in the trees and had a symbiotic relationship with the trees and had agreements and treaties that protected those trees and vice versa of those people as well. Whenever they fought and had wars, the trees and plants were participants in those wars. Okay, so Groot and Audrey too. From, I would consider Groot and Audrey too to be their subliminal way of telling you that there are beings here who are plant beings that have sentient or that have consciousness that many of you have forgotten, and because of the wars and the future, the most recent colonization of hostile beings who knew of these terrestrial and extraterrestrial plants, they were killing off a lot of the older matriarchal plant life, whether they were extraterrestrial or terrestrial. I can't really verify vice versa, because even with the extraterrestrial plants that came here, like an Audrey 2 or a Groot, they started to merge and created many different bonds with our terrestrial trees and plants here. Okay, so in itself, there became a wonderful connection. Like, there wasn't a hostility between the plants that came extraterrestrial or the plants that were terrestrial based, meaning that the ones that were born here and came here genetically, and the ones who came from above or beyond the ice wall or beyond the firmament. Okay, when the most recent colonizers came, they were aware of these types of plant beings and tree beings. So what they decided to do is start to kill and murder them. They knew it, and when they started to do mass murder, like the mass burnings and killing of trees is purposefully done because they're aware. Now, not all trees have sentient. Now, remember, they're genetically modified trees that are made to look like the others, but the trees from the old world and from the outer world were all sentient and conscious, meaning they were able to move and uproot themselves. They were able to protect themselves if there was any outside threat. And also, they were interconnected to many of the different tribes. So there were treaties and agreements, and there was this kind of, like I said, a symbiotic relationship between the trees and the plants. And remember, I'm not just limited to trees. Gru would be like a tree, and Audrey 2 would be a plant being. Like the grass blades. I mean, there were multiple.
Genitor. 2 dividido por 3, 0,666. Número da besta. 23 é uma benção ou não?